Okay, sorry there. I just had to stop and start recording on OBS again because I like to upload my live streams in 1 hour segments, just so there's less editing to do. I did once extract like all the different reacts and stuff in their own thing. It was too annoying to deal with. I want to be late. Hurry up, just do 1 hour at first and just type up the list of what I watched in that hour. It's so much easier.
Okay, so it seems like recently there's been a little bit of a situation going on with
Oh, he's
Leaflit. Now,
sunburned.
if you guys don't know who Leaflit is, obviously she's a very popular VTuber, especially over on Twitter and stuff. She's got a lot of stuff going on, and well, one of the things that have been going on has kind of caused people to get upset, and there to be a lot of backlash towards her way, as well as some people actually giving her support as well. So it's been a pretty mixed bag, and I know my comment section is going to be a very mixed bag because I know how mixed bag you guys get whenever it comes to AI. And essentially, yeah, Leaflet uploaded this little video showing through what she's kind of working on with this AI VTuber system update or whatever you want to call it, right? And it says, I also show you how to make a model in real time, essentially being a tool for VTubers to make models and to kind of have them like, animated and whatnot. Which again, I think is kind of cool, right? I think that obviously there's a lot of VTubers out there who can't afford a model and whatnot, and people tend to, yeah, kind of, you know, get PNG tubers and things like that. But of course, this is done using AI, which is the most controversial point, you know, whenever it comes to this post and why people have been so angry with it, right? Because yeah, you can see here, obviously they show off like a couple of the animations and things. As you can see, it kind of like moves, and there is like a couple of stutters and things, obviously.
Yeah. Okay. Angry. Yeah, angry to the point of death threats. That to me, actually, I guess I should clarify. That's not just angry. That's insanity. That is mental issues. If you make death threats over this.
It's still a work in progress, I think. I don't know. So again, yeah, I mean, it kind of just does basic animations, and it's, if you were to ask me, I would say it's more of a kind of upgrade on a PNG tuber model, more so than a fully fledged VTuber model, right? This is not going to be as good as your, like, you know, fully rigged VTuber model. You know, maybe, you know, she'll make some changes that might make it, you know, somewhat closer, but to me, what it seems like is it's like a PNG tuber, but they have some like animation stuff and have some like, you know, movements and have more movements than a PNG tuber. Because usually with a PNG tuber, it's just like mouth open, right? It just kind of mouth open, maybe moves a bit, and that's about it. Whereas this has a lot more kind of dynamic movements using AI and things like that. So again, of course, this has now caused a huge debate over on Twitter, which of course quote retweets here saying, my state is in a drought right now, a drought warning because of AI. So they're saying essentially they're using up a lot of water.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Oh, for those of yeah. Oh, sorry, talk. Oh, also try to get in. Yeah, someone try to get in with me about the hydrologic cycle. They're saying water is a renewable resource, and not really, because yeah, they're thinking the hydrological cycle means water is renewable. It's not. It's water is a finite resource. The amount of water we have on Earth stays. It doesn't change. It doesn't produce more. It's just a constant amount. That means if we take water into space and dump it out there, that amount of water will not replenish itself on Earth. It's gone. Period. And I didn't feel like explaining that because they just thought it's a cycle. That means it's renewable. And I'm like, no, no, no. Not having this conversation now, dude. Oh, wait, why did I do that? Oh, did I do anything weird? I hit the wrong button because I was, there we
And
go.
as I said, you know, a lot of people are very mixed whenever it comes to AI, especially whenever it is like, you know, things like this too. So tutorial on how to make yourself a PNG tuber without needing to use AI, without knowing how to draw, without these issues with the artist, without knowing how to use a program, with a free app, 100% really free, no fake, in 1 minute or less.
Whoa. What's that?
Ads.
I just built a budgeting app in Base 44. Guys, Nina just...
It just shows that people who use AI are super lazy. Oh my god, that's so loud. I'm so sorry for that. But essentially, yeah, they go through and show you how you can make your own PNG tuber, right? Obviously, a very, very simple PNG tuber, right? And I think that this isn't a great argument, I would say, in response to this. Like, I understand it is quite easy to make a PNG tuber a lot of the time. But, you know, a lot of people aren't looking for just like a face like this, right? Like, this isn't usually, whenever people say I want a PNG tuber, they're not usually talking about something like this. They're talking something like this, like an anime, you know, kind of character. So again, I don't understand that one too much, but you know, if you were good at art and you could make something like that, then yeah, I think that could be a viable option for you maybe. And I think it is, like, my kind of understanding or opinion on it is that it's just something that, you know, you can choose to use or not choose to use, right? If you don't like AI and you don't want to use it for that, that's totally fine, right? You don't have to use the system, and there are still many other options out there whenever it comes to you know, PNG tubing, getting a VTuber model, right? There's many free options now as well.
Yeah, I know, it's so stupid. Like I said, there are options. You don't have to use AI if you, I mean, an AI model like this if you don't want to. You can. I always use pizza because why not? What someone's toppings are on their pizza does not affect your pizza. It doesn't. You don't have to like what's on their pizza. But it doesn't matter because it's not your pizza. Let people gorge themselves in peace. Okay, calm down. Drink more
Which allow
coffee.
people to get started for free, because VTubing can be a very expensive you know, hobby, right? Or even job for some people. And I think that with the AI one, if you're not like against AI or anything like that, it does kind of provide a, you know, I would say a more interactive PNG model that maybe might interest someone, right? I think that is 100% you know, something that maybe some people would be interested in, but of course it's all down to your kind of own personal stances on AI itself, right? And yeah, I mean, as I said, it's just down to the VTuber, it's down to the person, but you know, they make it very clear that it is you know, using AI. It's not just like there's been a lot of dramas in the past of people like deceiving people, saying it's not AI and whatever, but no, they're very clear about it. It's just yeah, whether people want to use it or not. But of course, you know, people will get mad at it anyways, so they hate this. There are hundreds of free VTuber models and assets out there made by artists. You do not need to AI to be a VTuber, which is true. I think that, you know, there is this, you know, there is many options out there to not use AI, right? You know, if you don't want to use AI and you're very against that, and you know, it would be your very last choice, if not, maybe you wouldn't even consider it a choice, then yes, you know, you're going to be able to get a model, you're going to be able to do it for free. Now, is it going to be the most customizable model? Is it going to be the most crazy thing you've ever seen? No, of course not, because it's free, right? And you're going to...
Yeah, also... Sorry. Yeah. It's... Now I lost it. That yawn distracted me. I forget now where it's going, but... Yeah, it's these... You gotta rant about it. That's like a you problem. The virtue signaling stuff. These people just keep typing. Tell these people keep typing.
There's going to be a lot of similarities to other VTubers out there, and to kind of get that own personal identity, a lot of people like to commission, obviously, yeah, their own custom models, and they like to do it quite early on to kind of...
Oh yeah, I remember now. I've heard too many stories about people getting scammed by artists. They find an artist and commission them and give them the money, and then they get ghosted. Or, you know, like with Powder, they try and claim that they own her model, not them. Well, I mean, that the artist tried to say they own the model, not her, blah, 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 and there's just so... That's why I don't really want to hire an artist, because I feel so... It's a risk, and it ain't cheap. I do not want to risk that. And now I'm glad I have this, because like this model here, this one, I'm using... I did this in the VTube... Was it VTube Studio? Not VTube Studio, VTube Maker app or whatever on my phone. Because I didn't know at the time. Once you... Their mobile app thing, once you finish the model, you can't change it. You are not allowed, like... My Gabrina model, I did that in the PC software so I can change it, you know, the hair and the wardrobe and stuff like that. No, this model right here, I can't change it all. I did upload it to the Void Hub. Oh yeah, that's what it's Void Hub. I did the Void mobile app. That's what it was. And so I can download it here to my PC when I stream from the site. But because it was a model made with a mobile app, I also can't download it permanently to my computer. I am not allowed to do that. So I'm stuck. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like my model. But yeah, if I want to change outfits or anything, I would have to like get a new model made. And look at it, I did pick out the hair and the eyes and the outfit, all that. I picked it out. So I did create this model myself. And I will use AI to be able to change the wardrobe and stuff like that. Because that's what I want to do. And like Gabrina too, I did that myself. But redoing... Well, Gabrina will be tougher because I'm actually changing her whole appearance. The face, hair, all that stuff. I mean, the hair is still going to be red, but the appearance would be totally different. And now let's get back to... And like I said, I don't have money. I don't have a steady income right now. I can't afford to run the risk of losing all that money I would put towards someone making my model.
Establish their brand, right? And you know, maybe some people might lean more towards this tool to kind of help them with that, because you can create characters that are much more unique, right? But obviously, yeah, so you're saying to everyone getting upset that Leaflit doing a service for VTubing, F off. Saying no, this is gross, and literally a slap in the face to artists everywhere who make customizable models / cheap pre-made models to use. If I see any of my mutuals using this, I'm blocking you. Saying screw you and screw Gen AI. This is a spit in the face to all artists that bully the community that you are a part of, supposedly a part of. And yeah, obviously, I think it is kind of, you know, more so controversial due to the fact of it's the VTubing community too. VTubing is a very heavily artist run. You know, a lot of people, you know, are very behind artists and hire artists and whatnot. So again, that is also why there is much, you know, bigger backlash to this than maybe it would be in another community. So I think that's also something important to kind of mention there. You know, the VTubing community and their togetherness with artists is much greater than many other spaces. So that is why there's also been a lot of backlash. But as I said, I think it's just more down to the personal opinion of someone, right? Because you know, at the end of the day, this you know, tool will, I don't know if it is available right now. They do promote their other stuff. Yeah, they promote their TTRPG there. I don't know if this is available or not. It might be. Just to kind of add in here as well, there was another post which actually had bookmark too, which is yeah, literally talking about, you know, what the plan is for this. And yeah, it seems like Leaflet says that she's making a program that is a bridge between PNG tubing and Live 2D, which is kind of what we surmised already. right? And it isn't supposed to be like a full-on VTuber thing. It's supposed to be more PNG tubing. And apparently it's called Adventurer. You can make a model in less than 30 minutes and add new emotes in less than 5. So it seems like it's not out, by the way. Obviously, I was a little bit confused about when it's not out. I can't find any links, and obviously she says that she's making it, so that would kind of imply that it's still a work in progress. But yeah, I mean, it's very, very interesting. And there's been a lot of creators as well, which I haven't talked about too, like Banana Juju saying Leaf is working at Magic, as well as some like Powder saying, I wonder if every artist mad at this has delivered comms on time, treated their clients respectfully, and priced their products fairly, which obviously she's going into the whole argument of, you know, people use AI and whatever for these kind of things because they don't like the spontaneity of a real artist, right? You know, whenever you do a commission or things like that, right? They don't like, you know, maybe there's like a delay and people dislike that, so they just go to AI. Which yeah, I mean, that's just a point that she brings up there. Obviously, Banana Juju again saying thank you for letting me try it out. So it seems like yeah, she has tried it out as well. So some people have been getting a little go at it too. So yeah, very, very interesting. But again, whether it's available or not, if it becomes available, if it is available, you know, I think it's one of these things where, yeah, like some people are going to use it, right? Some people are going to, you know, get their hands on it. Some people are going to want to, you know, use AI to push it forwards. And if you're not one of those people, that's also okay, right? I think there's 100% understandable reasons as to why people don't like AI. I think a lot of people, you know, and I think many people in the pro AI kind of space would, you know, they wouldn't mind
It's
a
okay,
lot of
Misfit.
people
It's
being
okay.
anti-AI
It's
if it
okay. I
wasn't
love you.
so, you know, obviously, you know, people
I love
going after
you.
them and stuff like that, right? Like if you didn't want to use it, but you didn't care if other people
Good
used it,
girl. You're
I
a
think
good
that's, you
girl.
know,
It's
fair enough.
okay.
But of course, you know, many people, many
Misfit.
different opinions. It's kind of hard to, you know, pinpoint it down to one. But yeah, obviously, that's
Marmalade,
about
do
all there
not
is
start
for this
shit
situation. I
right
just kind of
now,
wanted to
you
cover it
little
because,
stinker.
again, I thought it was pretty interesting.
Stop it.
Yeah, as I said, if you want to use it, you could use it. If you don't want to use it, you don't have to use it. I think that's fine. There's many options, and I think it just gives another option to other people. So yeah, I mean, again, it's completely up to you.
Go back
On
to
like a
sleep,
personal
Marmalade.
level. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go to GameClubs, use my code Kazo, get 10% off. Again, they got a ton of really cool stuff over there. Definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, I kind of think the whole thing. Oh, and there's now here we're talking about neuro and that. Yeah. But yeah, I think the whole thing. Yeah, like I said, if you don't want to use AI for your VTuber thing, don't use it. Yeah. Oh, I'm not watching this because I don't. Oh, the whole Deme or however you say their name. Oh, that whole thing was stupid. People don't know when. Some people just do not know when to shut up. Like I tell you, that guy who tried to, he's just been going around and he popped up, like I said, during the whole race thing with Celestium. And he was, yeah, at first it was thought that he wasn't one of Ray's alt accounts, but it wasn't. I mean, the guy is still a jerk, but he's not Ray. And he tried, oh, I jumped in because he was going on about him and he was going on about the guy. Oh, he's basically a martyr for the cause of promoting Christianity or the betterment of Christianity, and I call him TLDR. TLDR. I responded with what for me is a long post, and I basically just call him a Pharisee. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that, and I thought, well, I've seen Ember react to it, and I've seen the original AC video too. Yeah, yeah. We see you wear short shorts. Mm. Yeah. What else? And oh, there's that. I, I might do no. That might make the videos now. I can save it for later. But yeah, I'm trying to watch like entertainment related stuff now. Oh, I ever watched that. Uh, oh, that was last night's stream. I remember seeing that. Okay, this is none of not. Let's refresh and look for more entertainment related, like just movie review type stuff. Got plenty of time left. Who is this? Oh, woman backs into a police car and throws a fit. Yeah. Oh, and yeah, there's Oh, dude, that's Brian Shapiro, right? That guy. That's what his name is, Brian Shapiro. And I swear he does look like Ned Fulmer, with more of a beard, but he just looks like Ned Fulmer. And oh, that's smug. See, let me just bring up a picture of Ned, by the way, if you're wondering. Well, there's him kind of with it, but they're in the way. That's him. Is there? Okay. Well, that's his. I don't know if that's similar, and then you just look here. Oh, a comment. What's this? Oh, thanks, Blue. Uh, yeah, but that guy to me just looks a lot like Ned Fulmer here. That's all I can see. But yeah, there's gotta be. I know there's more. Yeah, and oh, I didn't. Oh, Lisa's video about it is too long. Okay, I know. Oh, I will have to watch this body cam during my news stream tonight because I'm. Yeah, 8 to 10 p.m. Texas time. Or Central Standard Time. I'm doing my CAT scan news live stream, and I'm going to watch that. I want to see fake CIA agent. I'm pretty sure that's going to be some serious thing. Some of this is this. Slap it up. Oh, so that was 3 months ago. I haven't. Dude, I got stuck. Okay. What is entertainment news stuff? Yeah. Yeah, see 4 minutes too long. This guy. This. Oh. And the Casey Tron thing. Yes, I gotta watch that. Uh, 3 months ago. Yeah. Okay. Where is the entertainment news? Top 30 historically accurate movies. Yeah, I have never seen a historically accurate movie to this day that I'm aware of. Oh, how much is Sydney's? Oh, that was 2 weeks ago. Okay, never mind. Oh, B and Junior talking about that. Um, hmm. Australia is scary. Yeah. Oh, has the worst detectives. Oh, you mean police detectives? I have the entire series plus the TV movies from Murder She Wrote, just so you know. Oh, Sink. Okay, and for you guys who don't know who Sink, this guy, this is Hassan's uncle. Can't Marmalade come up here, fine. Where is. I know there's also entertainment news, but do they have something that is cheap? I mean, not cheap, short? What's this? Lassie Dog? No, that's not entertainment. Mm. Oh, Marmalade, leave Misfit alone, jeez. And I'm gonna see, Marmalade, please calm down. Let's see. Yeah, I looked. Let's see. Yeah, I looked at. Let's see. What's this? Yeah, let's go see if Keen has anything. Hmm. I really thought there would be more entertainment news available. Oh, wait. Oh, careful, Misfit. Careful. Marmalade, why are you licking me? Well, Lisa's ones tend to be kind of long, but I'll check anyway. Stop. Oh, no, I watched that for News Monday. I don't want to really... Oh, why is this so hard? I thought for sure I would find more. Oh my good. Here, just... Where the news go? And these do entertainment news? Dude. Ah! Ah! What was that? He just attacked me. He just made DVDs fall on my head from behind me. Ah, just a minute. Rip him back. Marmalade, this... You or white can't have nice things, little stinker. Okay, there. I'm gonna have to switch really quick to my... What are you doing? What is there? Just switch to my main account. That would be more likely to have entertainment news in general. Sorry, guys. I try and get things done, and okay. Marmalade, you stop being a jerk. Stop it. Go play with your toys if you want to. Yeah, I'm ready with that. Entertainment news. Yeah, I used to have news on this. What now? What happened? Where did all my news go? Entertainment news stuff, like movie reviews and yes. Where did they go? Ooh, whoa. Okay, I don't know if you heard that, but that was thunder, like right overhead. Marmalade, come on, calm down. Jonah Hill ruined his own career. Yeah, that's too far. Oh yeah, I heard about the. So San Antonio did get hit with a tornado. I did see Tecton mentioning that a few hours ago. Yeah, they did get hit. Marmalade, oh my god, Marmalade is now being a jerk. I ran out of time. Let me just check. Sydney. Yeah. Okay, well, no, I should do on my other channel because that's what I'm trying to do. She has. It's a week ago. Okay, well, that's not since its release, but. Marmalade, what are you doing? Marmalade, you were pushing it with me, dude. Why can't? Where is all the? This is one of. I'm so sorry, you guys. This is. I get nothing but all like entertainment movie reviews and stuff until I'm looking for them, and then they won't show themselves for in my life. Okay. Yeah, and I don't want to like watch the let's see, what do I have? Do entertainment news. A, I think. Let me just check quizzes. You guys can watch. They got you. Okay, you can watch. Do they have some entertainment quiz? Okay, yeah, this will be entertaining for you guys. You can watch me do a food quiz and totally embarrass myself. I try to quit doing quizzes, but they don't. Do they have any? Okay, do they have entertainment quizzes? Let me go back over here. Do they have entertainment ones? Hmm. Oh yeah, this actually did a lot better than I thought I would. Yeah, they don't know. So okay, I'm gonna go. We'll do entertainment quizzes at least. I really want to. I thought. Wait, Tozy. No, Tozy, does he have stuff? Let's check. We'll do that. Come on, come on. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Dude, his things aren't big. Oh, by the way, I think Amber did say that Gideon, the charges were dropped against Gideon. He'll be back doing his stuff, no problem. Probably. No. Okay, TikTok stuff I consider entertainment, so let's watch this. Influencers, VTuber stuff also counts.
Get free energy from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. every day.
Driving is what drives me. The road.
This TikToker and small business owner decided to make a 20+ part series about her nightmare roommate in New York City and ended up going viral for all the wrong reasons. And this is even though she managed to raise a few $1,000s in GoFundMe. But I guess what she described the whole ordeal as traumatizing made people go, okay, wait a second, what actually happened? And when people started figuring out what was actually happening, the backlash outweighed the support. And I guess ever since then, she's been laying low on her social media, especially now that her old roommate Marlon and her best friend have weighed in with posts of their own, recounting the experiences and essentially telling EK, the subject of today's video, that she really needs to start looking for a job. And that should apparently be a priority rather than running to social media.
A sublet I met about a month ago made a 30-part TikTok series about me, and I want to address a few things.
And this, honestly, from what I've seen of it, is a cautionary tale about oversharing online and how more often than not, it can actually lead to you really just hurting yourself more than anything. Because I guess you could argue, at least in the moment, it feels good to have people in your community, I guess, help you with some support and so on, but once your video breaches the containment zone into the World Wide Web, which videos inevitably do if they are potent enough, and you then risk the narrative being completely flipped. And there's a very real risk of that happening, and in this case it absolutely did, and because of that the narrative got 100% flipped. So now essentially a whole bunch of people are just dunking on her. Okay, so to go from the start, this all started back at the end of May when EK, known online as Cozy Grocery, came online on her fire escape and announced that she's been blindsided by her roommate and was kicked out at the end of June.
24 hours ago, I was told by my current roommate that I was getting kicked out at the end of June.
So obviously, this was a good hook. People were like, okay, what happened here? And EK is a self-described artist that has been living in New York for a little bit over a year. Her full-time...
Oh my... Okay, self-described artist. This is just more... This... Well, I don't feel... so annoyed to get with all the AI stuff VTuber stuff. Yeah, self-described artist seems very appropriate.
Job is making cat worry stones, which I guess is a sensory fidget thing.
Hi, my name is EK, and I make worry stones out of polymer clay. I'm a full-time artist in New York City, and I've been living here for the last year.
She apparently also had a video on them go sort of viral on TikTok and Instagram, and ended up finding a little bit of success selling her worry stones, and decided to make that her full-time job. So she says that for the last year and a half, she's been bouncing around from sublet to sublet just trying to find a home.
Sacrificed a lot of stability for this. None of this last year has been easy for me. I have lived in 5 different subhuts, just bouncing around trying to find home.
Which I can imagine is only extremely frustrating. Unfortunately, however, after 6 sublets, it looked like she was about to be out of a place to stay once again. So 6 sublets in like a year, that's a lot of moving. And according to EK, it was all because of her evil roommates. So she began a story saying that she was being kicked out, but then detailed a bunch of little things her roommate was apparently doing to make her feel uncomfortable and policed.
And it felt like she started policing me over things that
Yeah, first off, well, I want to say without even knowing that, like I said, moving every 2 months, I'm wondering, like, how much money is she really making from that? How much money are they really making from polymer clay stuff? I want to know.
were so elementary. I'm about to turn 30. This person is mid-20s, but acting like they're in high school. She would not allow me to store things on the top 2 shelves in the cabinet because it, quote, stresses her out. When I moved in, I had a different dish rack than her, the one that has walls on this side. She just had a flat dish rack where she would just kind of awkwardly and haphazardly pile up the dishes. And I was like, hey, I've got this other dish rack. Would you be open to us giving it a try? Immediately, she shut it.
Which is interesting because at the time she was also posting videos about how she could finally let her nervous system rest at this current apartment.
This is my room, and oh, she's beautiful. And because I feel so safe and happy here, my nervous system is at rest for the first time in years. And so I'm able to finally notice things that I've otherwise overlooked.
Regardless, she focused on things like them having different dish racks. But ultimately, she says that she reached out to talk about communication. And this is when she found out the roommate was looking for a new roommate to join the lease once EK's sublet was up.
This is exactly what I said. I have nothing to hide. She immediately came back with this, announcing that she was still looking for someone else to live with her. This is the first that I'm hearing of this. I thought everything was fine.
Now, this is important and will come up later, but EK was subletting and knew that her lease was up in June. She says there was a verbal agreement, but they would re-sign in July together, but ultimately, that's never a guarantee with being a subletter. At the end of the first video, she teases the fact that she spoke with the previous roommate that she replaced, and I guess it explains so much, and then announced that she would be dropping part 2 tomorrow.
I got some tea from the girl who lived before me, and it gave.
And she also, like, situational, no, not situational awareness, pattern recognition. She does not look like she's all there to me. Looks similar to the people who
So much
just have
context into some intuition
issues.
that I had about my roommate, as well as what my role was in this scenario. Okay, here we go.
Okay, I don't know about you guys, but I wouldn't tease part 2 unless I thought part 1 was actually going to get people talking and asking for more. So she's clearly trying to drive engagement and I guess people to follow so they don't miss it. Who knows? Maybe she's trying to plug her little her fidget toys. But this is one of the big reasons why I think EK is facing so much backlash, because she's trying to make a whole spectacle out of this. Because I guess it's one thing to vent frustrations online, which honestly, in my opinion, is still dumb, but I guess it's totally different if you're using it intentionally to, I guess, farm content and clickbait, especially when it's about yours and other people's personal life that are not public people. And of course, not only that, but she's also posting this on her art/business page. But the second video was very similar to the first one. She just vents more and has a bunch of gripes that she had with a roommate and insinuates that the reason they didn't click was because EK wasn't going to let her mooch.
The person who lived here before me, she did not realize how much this roommate was mooching off of her. She would cook for them often, clean up after the girl. When I moved in, I feel like she is going to expect us to share food. And I find out that she used to share food with the roommate before me. And so when she found out that I wasn't going to be sharing my food with her, I think that must have been when it.
Okay, remember, we're just having her word that that's what's going on. This is her saying that's what's happening.
when it shifted.
Basically, she doesn't want to share food or do her roommate's dishes, which, I mean, I guess is fair, but also if you're hoping to get along and get a lease permanently, arguing over small stuff like that won't help you. Also, I feel like most people have had roommates before. Some days you just do the heavy lifting, and other days your roommates.
Marmalade, you are fine. You are making problems. Calm down. Please just go back to sleeping. Take your nap. Crap.
The heavy lifting for you. That's just life. Regardless, while EK has been sharing screenshots throughout these first two posts, they're mostly just regular roommate stuff. And I'm sure most people have had these awkward confrontations with roommates that don't see eye to eye, especially in any major city.
It's like, are we for real? Did I do something that offended you? Because I really want to stay. I'm very happy here.
But apparently part 3 is where EK actually starts to show the receipts of her roommates flip-flopping and on whether she's going to be moving out or not. And at this point, a lot of people are on her side.
So I was like, when were you going to tell me this? Because until I texted you, this is the first time hearing about it. Funniest thing was her just being like, well, it's not set in stone. You know, I'm just looking. I was like, oh, but it has to be. It has to be set in stone. I could have been a week out from thinking that we were re-signing and, oh, surprise, actually not going to be living here anymore. I was like, I've been through this multiple times. I started looking for a new place in March.
Because to be fair to her, if you were under the assumption that you were going to be re-signing, it would absolutely sting to find out that not only are you going to not re-sign, but you also have to find a new place to live. But
yeah, but she's had that happen so many times. I'm skeptical of her. I am viewing her as an unreliable narrator.
also, that your roommate straight up dislikes your personality enough to where you have to vacate after a month. So does it warrant bringing all this online? I don't know. I don't think so. But things start getting a little murky in the text when the roommate starts offering for EK to stay, and instead she'll leave and find both a new roommate and also a new apartment.
And said she thought you were cool. I get this text. What if you stay instead and I leave? I was so shocked at how quickly she folded.
Okay, so what's going on here then? Regardless, unfortunately, EK continues talking about her roommate's toxic behavior, again, insinuating that she's unhealed and that's why she's acting the way that she is. Also, I hate when people just use therapy speak to like try to find some sort of moral high ground with people. It's just so disgusting.
And I want a big life, and I know I will have it because I know I am light. I am love incarnate.
We all have the capacity and the ability.
Oh, God. Thank God he's fast forwarding through it. Okay. Audio sounder had a speed perch up because Instagram hates videos longer than 3 minutes. Sure.
To have that. This person has the capacity and the ability to do that if she does the work. Accept a lot of from your past. Accept it about yourself. Be very...
Okay. Yeah. She's not doing what I want her to do, and that means she's not full of love like I am. Okay.
kind to yourself.
This is such a strange, unfounded diagnosis of a girl that I guess she's been sharing a kitchen and living room with for like, what, 40 days? This just reeks of narcissism. Well, the video ends with a lot of EK patting herself on the back and dropping some girl boss quotes like, "You messed with the wrong in the wrong era." Again, reeks of narcissism.
I am so powerful and magnetic, and I have been told by too many people that I'm not, and that I don't deserve to take up space. I don't deserve to eat. I deserve to eat. And
okay, again, unreliable narrator.
I ate. I didn't do anything to her. She dug this grave for herself. You started the morning saying that you were talking to 3 different people about signing the lease with you, and now you're the one moving out. That's karma. I'm your karma for over your last roommate. You messed with the wrong in the wrong era.
Imagine you still want to live with someone and then they start posting your texts and quoting dramatic lyrics as content on their work page. What? I mean, this would cause anyone to scramble to find some new living situation, whether she gets to stay or ends up leaving. You just don't want to be around this kind of person. But I guess over the next multiple videos, EK continues sharing texts where she says that her roommate continues to flip-flop and drag her feet, sending photos and so on and so on.
Over this last week, I've been waiting for her to send photos of her room so I can make a post and look for my own roommate. She said that she would texted her yesterday asking when she was going to send the photos. Yesterday was Wednesday. She said, "I'll send them on Monday." I'm like, it's like 3 photos. Why is it going to take you the entire weekend? I didn't didn't give me a good answer. And I was like, that's sus. Maybe she is still looking for a roommate to fill my room here. She wanted to talk in person. I said no. I'm not comfortable with that, and I have every right to say no.
So she sends this text. Just so we're clear, my plans aren't finalized yet. And if I stay, we're not renewing. Like, no shit.
Okay, remember, like, this roommate is the one on the lease, so it's ultimately her choice what happens. But EK remains firm in her opinion that the roommate is doing this intentionally to F with her peace. What?
I think she's doing this intentionally to f with my mind and joy and peace, and I'm not going to let her do that.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah, because it's always about her. Oh yeah, I forgot this one does this for some reason the updates to the software, the model won't show her smiling now. Oops. But yeah, that I was doing a fake smile there.
Lack of empathy here. I mean, of course, there's no chance her roommate could also be struggling to find a new place to live and doesn't want to jump ship yet. Like, what? It sucks for whoever has to move. But unfortunately, this is also the reality of being on a sublease. You don't have the same protections as the person on the lease.
As of this morning, I received a text from her that she is now going to be staying. That really sucks because she confirmed in writing that she was leaving. I'm like, I don't think you can just change your mind like this, especially after you emailed management.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can change your mind. It happens. Doesn't nod very well either.
I'm talking with the landlord. I'm trying to figure out tenant rights. It's turned into a whole thing, and it did not need to be.
Okay, I get that EK is annoyed when her roommate confirmed that she would be leaving and then changed her mind. Obviously, using the word confirm when you're not actually sure, that's going to upset the other person. But it's also insanely ironic to say it turned into a whole thing it didn't need to be when EK was the one who brought it up on social media. But keep in mind, all of this has happened within a week or so. Like, it wasn't a month of the roommate going back and forth. It was potentially, what, like 10 days or something like that? This is still June 8th, meaning EK has the rest of the month to try and figure things out. And of course, days go by, but the arguments that EK continues to showcase are more about them communicating.
Said that I was too stern in my text, and I was like, how? Because I am just talking.
Whoa. What's that? I just built a budgeting app in Base 44. Guys, Nina
talking logistics. She's wanting to have some heart to heart, be vulnerable as a woman. I'm just asking for photos so I can make a listing. I think she's doing this intentionally.
Okay, I think it's time to start looking for a new living situation. Like, put down TikTok and open Zillow or something. Obviously, I don't blame this girl for trying to avoid texting EK considering she's posting all of their screenshots online. What? But finally, on June 15th, it was decided that EK was going to be the one to stay if she qualified.
And I've heard from the landlord, not her, that she is now leaving once again, and I have 24 hours to find a new roommate to take her place in order to keep the place for myself.
And I guess everything really popped off when EK found a new roommate and applied for the lease herself instead as a subletter, and this is when everything really hit the fan.
Landlord now for the last 48 hours because they were like, you need to find a roommate in less than 24 hours, or you need to find a personal guarantor in order for you to keep the place for yourself. And I'm like, you didn't even let me know 2 weeks ago if I was gonna be able to stay or not, and I've just been sitting here emailing y'all every day trying to get a response on things, and now y'all want to be rushed. And so I did the impossible. I found a roommate in less than 24 hours. I interviewed one person through FaceTime and just trusted my gut. She submitted her stuff and they were like, okay, we need you to resubmit. I was like, why? I submitted 2 months ago and y'all approved me. So I submit and they're now like, you guys make under the income that you need. And I'm like, what the do you mean? I did the math. We make over the amount. Also, I've been here for 2 months and I've been paying rent on time. That should amount for something.
Turns out the landlord was raising the rent and EK didn't have the income to qualify.
I'm on the brink of losing my housing and I don't know what to do anymore. And I was given 24 hours to find a new roommate and I wound up finding someone, which was really great. I warned her up front that leave if this is too much. The drama has been stupid. She did wind up backing out and I reassured her. I was like, there are no hard feelings. I don't wish this stress on anyone. I'm now facing this final week by myself. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Okay, I'm not gonna knock her hustle because I have a whole bunch of friends who make income and very oddball.
Yeah, I hope she has a car. I'm gonna say that right now. If she has a car, she should be able to manage.
Ways, but sporadically making polymer clay cats, that might not consistently bring in enough money the way a regular day job does to qualify for a lease in one of the most expensive cities in the world. Yeah. And I guess a lot of people were also clowning EK at this point for quoting Mondami's Nick speech about New Yorkers having their backs up against the wall but seemingly refusing to get a job beyond her art.
I don't have like all of the words memorized, but he was like, what is New York if not your back is up against the wall, your dream just out of reach, unsure how you'll make your next rent payment, and looking at those 99.6% odds that are against you and smiling because in that 0.4% New Yorkers find a way.
And obviously the art thing is cool, but if you can't afford to provide yourself in the city you want to live in, you need to find a job to where you can at least have a baseline, and then you can work on your art on the side, and hopefully that income will outpace your job, and then you can fully rely on that. But until then, you're just going to be torturing yourself by jumping from sublease to sublease. But people are also pointing out the fact that she's a transplant crying about the very common experience of struggling to find stable housing in New York. Because again, New York is like one of the most expensive cities in the world. It is a massive privilege to be able to live there, especially in a good area there. And very few people actually have the income to be able to do so comfortably. But regardless, EK made a GoFundMe so she could pay the total rent herself if it came to that, and ended up making a few $1,000s before she closed it.
A few days ago, I wound up starting a GoFundMe to help raise money and try to get the apartment to myself for a month, like to buy me time. I pay that rent and the security deposit, and I may have to pay for a guarantor, and it's a lot of money that I don't have because I've had a roommate, and so I'm not paying that much.
But I guess once viewers found out that she was asking for people to crowdfund her rent while she didn't actually work, the backlash really started hitting. And this is also when the roommate Marlon herself spoke out about this in 2 videos, basically just making fun of the situation and telling EK that she doesn't owe her anything.
A sublet I met about a month ago made a 30-part TikTok series about me, and I want to address a few things. We're gonna keep it short and straight to the point because 30? I genuinely don't know how any of this is my fault. You started subleasing a few weeks ago. A sublease is temporary by definition, meaning I don't owe you You are not entitled just because you moved in. I feel like I gave you plenty of notice and time to make arrangements so that when you re-sign the lease, you won't be stressed out. You even admitted that you found someone within a day. The real issue is that the rent increased and now you need to qualify for the lease yourself. And that is not my problem.
Now, okay, I have to admit that it sort of seems like with the ending and jokes that she is more trying to capitalize on the situation for her own social media. And I don't really blame her because that's what the first person did.
You have moved 5 times within a year. At this point, babe, there's a common denominator and it's definitely not the people that you're subleasing from. I feel like at this point it's you. What sucks is that you made 30 videos about me consecutively, wishing bad upon me, saying I'm getting karma, calling me names, calling me out of my name. I don't even know you, babe, and you don't even know me. I just met you a month ago.
So I mean, hey, it's fair game. If someone's blasting you online for social media gain, you might as well blast them back for some social media gain.
People have asked me multiple times, why don't you get an actual job? And your response is always, I'm an artist. There is plenty of artists in New York City that still have regular jobs, because they know rent needs to be paid at the end of the day. And instead of finding a job, you decide to basically scream, call me out of my name, say that I am a nightmare roommate, blaming me for not wanting to re-sign the lease with you, which is crazy. I feel like if you started a GoFundMe that said, I can't afford rent right now, that's one thing. But because you switched the narrative and basically stated you are trapped in a traumatized, abusive situation with your roommate, because I'm...
Them ads.
This is a marketing opportunity, and with Artlist, you can react to any viral event.
What's his name?
Create stunning, high-quality ads in real
Miles?
time. Produce engaging content for your social page.
I'm choosing to leave is completely different.
And not to mention, I mean, she is correct by saying sublets are temporary by definition, and she doesn't owe EK anything since, you know, she's not on the lease. But this doesn't invalidate the fact that she did flip-flop in the screenshots, and she doesn't seem to want to address that. Like, telling someone that they have to leave and then changing your mind and going, actually, you stay, actually, no, I'm leaving. I mean, that would be infuriating to anyone. But then, things got even worse when Marlon's friend made her own video about the whole situation that was more more or less a dunk fest on EK.
A 30-year-old woman has been having a public meltdown on TikTok for a month because my best friend decided not to re-sign her lease so that she could move in with me. And this woman has somehow convinced a bunch of people to give her thousands of dollars by lying.
You know, she slammed her art, the GoFundMe, the fact that she wasn't from New York, and her unwillingness to work.
A few weeks ago, Marlon finds a place in Manhattan with me and officially tells EK, like, hey, I'm gonna be leaving. EK starts to crash out because they don't have a job, they sell keychains, and they don't have, like, the pay stubs needed to qualify for an apartment. So she started a GoFundMe claiming the landlord is evil and that my friend put her in a horrible, traumatizing situation, although all my friend did was say, I'm moving out. Started a GoFundMe saying my landlord is an evil slumlord. The landlord is like, hey, can you maybe qualify for the apartment? Like, hey, could you please send me a pay stub perchance? Like, the evil slumlords trying to remove me from my city. Your city? Baby, me and you both were from Georgia.
And all of this just continued to turn the tides further on EK. But since then, EK made a video thanking people for their support, but has taken a step back from social medias as well as closing the GoFundMe. Currently, she has her comments limited on Instagram, so they are mostly just supportive. But TikTok, on the other hand, is a very different story. Comments are berating her left and right, but still, she leaves the videos up. Like I said, this is a great example of why you shouldn't bring everything to social media. It often just
Yeah. I agree. Oh, videos almost over. Let's finish first.
Explodes in your face, and it's just contributing to people not trusting one another. Like, why bring any minor personal dispute you have with someone on other people's For You page? Well, regardless, it'll be interesting to see if EK returns and if this helps or hurts her cat worrystone business. I don't know. This was just a laughably stupid situation that no one really needed to know about, but just somehow was forced on everyone's For You page over the last week or so. Hence why I wanted to cover it. But if you're new here, feel free to subscribe, drop a like if you enjoyed the video, and let me know what you think about the situation down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. This TikToker and small business owner decided to make a 20+ part series about her nightmare roommate in New York City, and ended up going viral for all the wrong reasons. And this
there we go. Jeez. Ah. Oh my goodness, that was so annoying. Trying to get to pause at the end there, but yeah, I don't. You don't. Yes. Like I said, you know, she is. I don't know if transient is the right word, but she like keeps going, hopping from place to place. And Palmer Clay did it for a while, crafting stuff. You need. Well, a toaster oven works just fine. You have to keep it at, you know, keep a toaster oven because it's not that big and you don't need much space because you saw those things were small. You do it in a toaster oven that is reserved just for Palmer Clay because you don't want food, any Palmer Clay residue, whatever, getting on the stuff, on the food there. So you have one just for Palmer Clay. And yeah, you'd have to sell a buttload to make decent money at it. It's technically you can, but really it's not going to happen. And yeah, I only did that because she's like calls herself, you know, she's I wouldn't say. I mean, she wants to call herself an artist. I would consider her a crafter. But you know, semantics, whatever. And now need to palette cleanse ourselves with Serenity. Because just like a minute or two over stream, oh well.
太陽はまた昇るよどんなに焦っていたってもし明日空が砕けてもきっと間に合わないでしょう君と僕でこの世界をリロバイリル変えていこう月も星も届かなくて構わないと思うんだ誰の心も誰の思いもその人だけのものだから誰の思いもそんないと思うんだ誰の
Okay, oh, that is Fang. This supposed to be Fang, trying to say in Indo, okay. This is Psyop Master on the Leaflit game, you see that. Campaign. Leaflit. I think it's supposed to be a sorry. I'm gonna say that's Kansas. Isn't it Kansas who has all the sunflowers? I'm not 100% sure on that. What? There, I didn't see a nose ring. I did not see a nose ring, just so you know. Yeah. I don't do trading card games, but I know a lot of people who do, and they enjoy it, so that's good. Yeah. Cover my nose now. Anyway, okay, just a minute. I gotta switch now. Let me. Come on, OB. Oh, wait, OBS, what are you doing? Let's see, where is it? Oh, there we go. There we go. Thank you all for coming. I hope you enjoyed that. And oh, I have my whole pot of coffee already. I should not be yawning. Anyways, take care, everyone. I will see you later. Don't go looking for tornadoes, please. Thank you. You know, if it's storming, you can watch from inside your house. I mean, I suppose or your porch, you know, because you can so easily get back in the house. But yeah, storm chasing is best left to professionals with armored vehicles. Please, thank you. So, yeah, I will see some of you guys in the Livestream later. Come on, wave, model. There. Why is it not wanting to wave? Why is it not waving? Come on, I'm trying to wave. Does it not recognize my hand? There we go. Okay, there. Finally. Yeah. Appreciate you guys. Sorry for the scuff finding more videos. I swear there was, like I said, there was so many when I don't want them, and then when I want them, of course, they're not there. But anyways, take care all, and I will hopefully, oh, tonight, yes, 8 to 10 p.m. Texas time, CS Central Standard Time, will be CAT Scan News with Eleanor Posley as your host. See you guys later. Thank you.